to today's video. So for this video I am going to be reviewing some of the Beauty Pie products that I featured in my last big Beauty Pie haul. So I was really pleased by the response to my haul video. It got a lot of views for me anyway, and yeah, I was really happy that kind of people were liking it and enjoying watching it. Yeah, I wanted to do a video dedicated to these products because some of the ones that I found are honestly real winners. Also, just excuse the messy hair in this video. I'm having a bad hair day, not quite sure what to do with it, so just shoved it up. Yeah, if you would like to see my thoughts on the Beauty Pie products that I recently purchased, then please keep on watching. Okay, so the only products that I'm not reviewing in this video are the Shimmer Bar, because I haven't tried it yet, I'll be honest. Daily Vitamin C Defense Serum, because I've been using another serum and I didn't want to mix the two until I'd done this video, because I wanted to give an honest opinion on how the Japan Fusion serum worked. And the other thing is the hyaluronic sheet masks. I also haven't tried yet because I've been using another mask at the minute to kind of try and clear my skin up, because I've had some like blocked pores and stuff that I wanted to get rid of. So I wanted to use more of a kind of mud and deep cleansing mask more than a sheet mask. So yeah, they're the only three products, but I've tried everything else and I've tried them for weeks, like a good few weeks. I think it's been about 4 or 5 weeks, because I wanted to give an honest review and not just say, yeah, like I used it for 2 or 3 days or a week or so and I'm just loving it, because you can't see your skin's kind of reaction to a product in a few days and you can't see the long-term effects that the products promise. So I wanted to give them a fair try so I can give a completely honest review. So I am going to start off with probably the simplest product, which are these. So these are the Beauty Pie double-sided organic cleansing and exfoliating cloths. So you get 3 in a pack. I've obviously still on my first one. You can wash them, so they're going to last you a long time. I have been loving using these with my cleansers in the evening. The exfoliating side really does kind of take your cleanser off nicely and give a light exfoliation to the skin, makes it feel really smooth kind of at the end of the day, and is good for everyday use because it's not too harsh. And then the fluffier side is really nice to finish it off with, and just I kind of use the fluffy side to just swipe over with when all my makeup is completely gone, and it makes your skin really soft, just like it's had a thorough cleanse. And yeah, I always love a muslin cloth to remove my makeup with and remove my cleansers with, because otherwise I just feel like it's not really doing it properly if I just take it off with my hands and water. I like something that's going to kind of really take it off, and these have been perfect. So yeah, these were so cheap for 3, especially if you're a member, so there's nothing not to love about these. So then I'm going to go on to the cleanser that I've been using those with and have been absolutely obsessed with. So I featured it in my October monthly favourites video, and I'm so in love with this product. So this is the Beauty Pie Plantastic Apricot Butter Cleansing Balm. So I'm going to show you this so as proof that I have completely used it and have been obsessed. So this bit here, it's literally like this big, is the last bit I have left, and I'm saving it because I've really tried like on the last few uses to make this last, because I've just been obsessed with this cleanser. I use a hefty amount, like I probably use, like I said before, way too much of this product, just because with cleansing balms I always go overboard. But this has lasted me like a month or so, and I use a hefty amount every single night. Like I use this every evening, and it's just a gorgeous cleanser. Like it goes so deep into the skin, really deeply cleanses, removes every inch of makeup with just one use of this and the cleansing cloth. All my makeup is gone. It's a really nice way to kind of finish the day and end the evening, because it smells gorgeous, obviously of apricots. It smells really clean and fresh. And it's just really lovely to use in the winter as well, because it's just nourishing my skin and really looking after it, and just kind of putting that moisture in. I think cleansers are a really nice way in the winter to kind of add a bit more moisture, and I love like an oil based or like a heavy balm just to kind of get really deeply into those pores and remove all the grime and makeup from the day. Yeah, this for me is so much better than high-end cleansers I've tried that are really pricey, and I just can't get enough of this. I will 100% be repurchasing this. And to be honest, I think out of everything here, if I was to recommend one thing that you go and buy, it would be this, because I am so into my skincare and this has just surprised me. I just thought that I wouldn't fall in love with it this much, and yeah, it's just really, really a beautiful product. So this gets a 10 out of 10 from me. Okay, and then next up for skincare, I'm going to go on to the Japan Fusion range, which I've been trying out. So I actually only have 3 of the products here, so it comes in a set of 4. So it comes with a Hydra Prep lotion, which is kind of like your toner, comes with this serum, comes with the cleanser, and then it comes with the moisturizer. So the reason the moisturizer is not here is because I've actually given it to my mum. I used it for a good 2 weeks and I was thinking it was a really lovely product, but the only thing is I noticed after a week or so I did start to get kind of a bit of a breakout in areas where I wouldn't usually. So I got a lot on my forehead, which is never usually a problem area for me. My problem area is usually my chin. Yeah, and I got like random ones on my forehead, some around my nose, but the thing is it was all on my oily areas. The rest of my face, like around here where I don't get oily, kind of the outer part of my face, looked fine, but it was just like the middle bit where I get oily was starting to break out. And for me, I had read a few other reviews that said the cream was too heavy, and yeah, I think if you've got dry skin, dehydrated skin, or even normal skin, you're gonna love that cream, because my skin felt so beautiful and so silky once I'd used it. But I think if you have oily or combination, maybe it's not going to be the best for you, because like I said, my areas where I get oily broke out, and I think the cream was just too heavy for those. The cream was just too heavy for those areas, so I did get a breakout, unfortunately, so I did have to stop using the cream. However, it was good that I knew that, kind of nipped it in the bud. Instead of just getting rid of all the products, I just wanted to eradicate that one, because that was the one that I thought was quite heavy for my skin. And I wanted to keep using the others because they're just beautiful products. So I kept using these 3, and I just changed my moisturizer, and honestly, like, my skin feels so silky smooth. It looks so dewy, like, and fresh under makeup, and it just felt healthy. Like, I'd apply these and look in the mirror and it just looked glowy. And yeah, I was glad that I could still use these, because these weren't causing me breakouts. It was literally just the cream, because it was too heavy personally for my skin. So I'm going to start off with the cleanser. So I've also nearly run out of this. But yeah, this is the Japan Fusion Transforming Cleanser, and I use this in the shower every morning. So you add a bit of water and it goes to like a milky consistency. And yeah, this is just so fresh, really nice way to wake me up in the morning. I personally wouldn't use this to remove my makeup, just because for me I don't feel that it's heavy enough, and like I said, I do prefer using a balm to remove my makeup. But yeah, this is really nice just for my skin in the mornings, and to just kind of prep it for the further skincare. And it really does wake it up and just make it look really healthy and fresh, ready for the day. And then I always go in with this. So this is the Hydra Prep lotion. Like I said, I've been using this for a good few weeks now, a month or so, and there's not a lot gone at all. You don't need a lot of this because I just apply it to a cotton pad, but it's very kind of, I don't want to say very wet because that doesn't make sense, but it's very kind of like, you don't need a lot to know that it's working in your skin. It really does saturate your skin nicely and leave a nice layer of moisture, and just preps it, like it says, it's a prep lotion, so preps it really lovely for the rest of your skincare. It also smells beautiful, and the thing that I love is that it doesn't feel too heavy or perfumed. None of the range feels perfumed at all, so it's really nice, because sometimes my skin, when things are too perfumed, can feel quite sensitive and a little bit, I don't know, just when I apply a really perfumed strong product, it feels like it's not great for my skin. So these are really nice for my kind of more sensitive skin. So yeah, I just feel like these products really take care of my skin and just don't make it feel stripped or dry or anything like that. They just kind of plump that moisture in, but also make it look really radiant and glowy and just really, really healthy. So yeah, this one has been really lovely to add to my skincare collection, and it's quite nice because it's a bit different to a toner. I mean, I use it as a toner, but yeah, it's a prep lotion, so it's a bit more saturating, and I just feel like it really preps it beautifully for my next products. The last product that I applied before moisturiser is the Japan Fusion Deep Treatment Serum. So the way I would explain this is literally silk in a bottle. Like this, I literally feel like silkworms have like made this. Like literally, I apply this to my skin and it is so smooth and soft. Like I once I've applied this, I touch my skin, I can't feel a bump, a pore, any texture, anything. It just feels smooth and like a flawless base. And yeah, it's just so silky. It's hard to explain like until you actually try it. You just feel it and it's just like you're brushing silk, like you're touching silk. And yeah, it leaves such a flawless base. It's a really nice product to add to your routine, because I think a lot of the time we cleanse, tone and moisturise, and serums are something that I think they're becoming a lot more popular than they were, but they're still not like the most popular product. You kind of still see cleanse, tone, moisturise as your three basics. And yeah, I think by adding a serum, I have noticed a difference. I think it has made my skin, especially in smoothness, it's really made it smooth. And I just feel like it's another way, especially in the winter, to add a bit more moisture before your moisturiser. Yeah, so I would definitely recommend this. Like I said, I haven't tried the Daily Defense Serum because I've been using this, but I'm sure if it's anything like this, I'll love it. But yeah, also, I've still got like this much left. So, and I use like 3 pumps every morning. So yeah, this is going to last me a long time. And obviously the packaging's nice, it's glass and it feels very luxurious. So yeah, if you want silky, smooth, kind of flawless and just skin that doesn't feel like texturized and just feels like silk, then this one is definitely for you. Okay, so next up is a product that I'm not going to lie, I was a little bit nervous to use because I've never used retinols before, and I've heard some kind of horror stories about them, but then I've also heard amazing things, and I knew that I wanted to start adding them into my routine, but I just wasn't sure the best product to do that, or wasn't really sure how. So when I read the reviews on this and heard that it was kind of like a light way to get into using retinol, I had to pick it up. So this is the Super Retinol and Vitamin C Night Renewal Moisturiser. Like I said in my haul video, I went for this one because it had the added vitamin C, which is one of my favourite skincare ingredients for brightening the skin and making it look glowy. And yeah, I have really, really loved using this. It smells gorgeous. To me, it kind of has like an orangey smell. So I apply this, I started applying it every other night. And now I think I've been applying it pretty much every night, until some nights if my skin does feel a bit dry, I'll apply an oil instead. The only thing I would say about this is I did notice in some areas, not many areas, it was more around my nose here. It was just one patch here I flaked. But the only reason I think I flaked is because I had a spot and I didn't really kind of sort it out. I just like applied this on top, and I think that just kind of made the spot flake a little bit. And yeah, just around my nose and my upper lip I noticed that I was flaking a little, but that is one of the things that can happen when you're using retinol. But some of the things that I've heard with other retinols literally sound like a horror story, like people, their whole skin has flaked off, like it's peeled, it's gone red, it's sore. This hasn't done this at all. There was just one little spot that I found that flaked, but that was just for a few days and then it went back to normal, and I haven't noticed any other areas that have done that since. I also have been using this with the Plantastic Micro Peeling Super Drops, which I featured in another beauty pie haul, which I already loved, and the two together honestly are beautiful. They make your skin so smooth, so glowy. They get rid of all like the texture and kind of like bumpy, if you have like any bumpy areas, they just really kind of smooth that out. I wake up in the morning and I'm really happy with how my skin looks. It looks nice and glowy, really smooth, ready for the day. And yeah, I just feel like with this I'm just looking after my skin with another ingredient that I hadn't previously tried, and I'm just kind of looking after it in a different kind of way. Yeah, and I just, when I apply this, I let the super drops kind of sink in properly. I use them probably every other night with it, and then I go in with this and just like apply it upwards and outwards and kind of bring the skin up rather than drag it down. It works really well, and yeah, it does dry quite quickly. So maybe if you've got really dry skin, this might not be your favourite, because I do feel like it doesn't necessarily make my skin feel hydrated. It does dry in really quickly, but then the effects that it gives the next morning, my skin doesn't look dry or anything, but it just looks like it's had a really nice overnight treatment. So yeah, I have been loving this, and would definitely recommend if you want to start using retinol but are a bit scared to or nervous to, and you don't want a product that is too heavy. Okay, and then last but not least is the Beauty Pie Flawless Foundation Blending Sponge Duo, which is this. So you get two in here, so I've still got this one in here, but the other one I have been using every single day. Now, I'm not going to go as far as to say I would purchase these over the Beauty Blender, purely because for me the Beauty Blender is so hard to beat, like so hard to beat. I'm such a fan of it, and I think it's just what I'm used to, and I just think I would never stop buying a Beauty Blender personally. But these are the best dupe that I have found for a Beauty Blender. Shape's the same, the size is the same when you dampen it, and the kind of bounciness is the same. It blends beautifully. I think the only thing I would say about these, I do find when I dampen them, it might be me, maybe I don't like squeeze them out enough, but I find that they kind of collect the water a teeny bit, so you've got to really squeeze them out, because I found like the first few times I used it and it was kind of putting water on onto my skin and taking away my makeup rather than blending it in, so it was kind of leaving patches, and I panicked a bit. But you've got to really squeeze it out, and if you really squeeze it out, then honestly they work beautifully. Especially with foundation, like you just bounce it on and it just makes your foundation sink in your skin but looks so glowy and just look really natural. I would just say make sure that you really squeeze these out, but that is the only thing I would say. Apart from that, these are so cheap and so affordable, and I would definitely recommend these if you're looking for a cheaper alternative to the Beauty Blender. But just personally for me, the Beauty Blender is something that I will just always go back to. Like I said before, I love sticking to like products that were the first out of something, so I think for me like the Beauty Blender is something that I've loved for years and years and years. But yeah, if you're looking for an alternative that is quite a bit cheaper and still works really well, then I would definitely recommend these. And okay, so that is everything for this Beauty Pie review video. I hope that you found it helpful and enjoyed watching. If you have any more questions, then just comment down below and I will always reply. And I'll also link my Instagram down below and blog, so you can message me on there and have a look what else I have been loving. So I'm going to do a video in a few weeks time of a makeup look using pretty much all Beauty Pie products. So I'm going to review, I've done a lot of kind of talking about their skincare, so I'm going to do a review on their makeup side and see how that is, because I've become a massive fan of their skincare, so I wanted to see how a full face of makeup looked. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and I would also love for you to subscribe if you would like to see more from me, and I'll see you soon. Bye!